Hello, Half Hour Happy Hour listeners. We are approaching our 200th episode, and we want you to join us for it. On June 20th at 6 p.m. at the Scum and Villainy Cantina in Hollywood, we will be recording our 200th episode live in front of all of your pretty faces. So show up, come have some drinks, come eat a little food, and even better, afterwards, there's going to be geek trivia. So stick around for that. We'll see you there, June 20th. Bye-bye.
Now entering Nerdist.com.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Alison and Alex. I'm Alex Albrecht.
I'm Alison Haislip, and for about the next 30-ish minutes, we are going to sip some booze and spit some news.
That is correct.
Yes.
And we will be spitting it in the general direction of the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Tom Supervolcano Krajewski.
What did I just call him? Triggerman McGee?
Triggerman McGee.
Triggerman McGee. What's up, Triggerman McGee?
Fire.
Hi, guys.
So I'm super excited. I feel like we should mention...
what are we going to mention?
With the upcoming 200th episode.
I can't wait!
Which I think is going to be really fun.
I hope you all are coming. I hope all 5 of you who listen to our podcast are coming.
Yeah, so I don't know if I mentioned it on the show or if I just said something to you guys, but somehow...
You said it on the show.
You said it on the show.
That we are going to be dressed in costumes.
Yeah, you said it on the show, which is why you've made us commit to
it's
it.
Gonna happen.
If you just mentioned it to us in person, I would have been like, no.
I think I just... By the way, I think I just figured out what I'm going to wear, and it's going to be glorious.
I don't know what
I need to do some stuff.
Now, what are we going as like a theme? Like, do the 3 of us have to be in the same theme? Are we saying it has to be Star Wars themed, or what are we doing?
I mean, I'm leaning towards some sort of space theme.
Space theme?
I mean, it is
Okay.
by itself
Yeah.
a science fiction nerd themed place.
Mm-hmm.
So there's some Star Trek, there's some aliens, there's some Star
Okay.
Wars. So I would say anything that fits into that milieu.
Maybe I'll just get dressed as Ripley because that's pretty easy. I'll just get like a flight suit.
I was going to say,
Yeah, that'd be
Airbag.
good.
Allison and I go as the twins from The Shining.
Oh my God!
Sci-fi.
Wait, Tom.
Oh my
Tom.
God.
I have.
I just want to wear a dress again.
Tom, Tom,
Again.
look at me, Tom, look
Yes.
at me.
What?
The answer is yes, because I already own my half of that costume.
Right, I forgot about that. Maybe
yes.
that's how it
That.
popped in my head.
So if you
I
could
don't
wear the
know.
other half,
That's right.
That would be amazing.
That would be way easy.
That would be amazing.
Okay, Tom, if you commit, I'm in. I'm
I'll
in.
get back to you on that.
I'll get back to you.
He says
I know
with
what
a half
I know what
mouthful of
Tom's going to
beer.
do. He's going to wear his Ghostbusters outfit.
Oh man,
What
Classic
Ghostbusters
Tom.
jumpsuit, Alex?
it's so hot.
But
in here.
anyway, what I was going to say was,
What?
if you are hearing this and you are coming, B, you are awesome, F, you should wear a costume.
F you. Is what I just said.
Either way, we were going to
That was
judge.
great.
We were going to have a contest to judge the people who
Oh,
show
that's
up,
right. Yeah.
See, Tom drinks the most out of all of us, and yet somehow remembers more
he
than
retains
both of us.
so much stuff.
I know you really do.
Drinking opens up my brain cells.
By the way,
What?
while I was looking up how to spell cummerbund, I realized it's not cumberbund.
It's not cumberbund. Yeah, it's
cummerbund.
Yeah,
Cummerbund.
which makes it sound way dirty.
Cummerbund.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cummerbund with a D on the end.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
not cummerbund.
No, I think
Oh.
it's cummerbund.
Wow, I've been saying this wrong my whole life.
Yes.
We never had to wear a tuxedo before. What is that cummerbund?
That is true.
Cummerbund. I think it's
Wow,
cummerbund.
cummerbund.
But by the way, cummerbund is just how it's going to
Yeah.
come out of my fucking
Yeah.
American face.
You're my fucking American
You know
face.
what I mean?
Fuck my American face. What?
What? What's going on? How you guys been?
I'm
It's
good.
been a couple days.
Yeah.
Has it?
Yeah.
So-
It hasn't been that many days.
I mean, that's what I mean by a couple
I just
days.
went and saw. I just went and saw Maroon 5 in concert last
Oh,
night.
yeah. How was
yeah.
that?
It was great.
So
It was
a lot
awesome.
of Insta
I mean,
stories.
Yeah, I know. Because now I'm into. I'm like, I got to commit to using Insta stories now. Because I was only doing it like once every like 5 months or something like that. And I was like, if I want this to be relevant, I need to just Insta story more.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Insta story every day, but like if I'm
Yeah,
at an event, fucking
Story.
Insta story it.
Insta story it up. How was it?
Yeah, it was great. It was. I mean, I know those guys from
Yeah,
when I
yeah.
worked on The Voice, but I hadn't seen them play live in like years. And a buddy of mine was like, "Yo, we got an extra pass. You want to come?" I was like,
Where
"Yeah."
was it?
The Forum.
Oh, yeah.
Which I hadn't seen a concert there
Yeah,
yet. I've been
huge.
to like a few
Never been.
events, but not a concert. It was great. It was fantastic. And
Yeah, that's where Sony usually does their presser.
for
For E3, which, by the way, E3 is coming
Wait,
up.
no, because it's not downtown.
Where?
you
Which
took
one?
The
Forum
Forum's
is
in Inglewood.
Yeah,
You're
the
thinking
old-
the Coliseum.
I'm thinking the Coliseum, not the
Yeah.
Forum. Sorry, I got my
Alex.
Greek. I got my old Greek places
Yeah.
mixed up.
Yeah.
It's where the Senates go, not where they kill Jews.
What? Oh, Jesus Christ.
He's probably right.
Is
I don't
that
know
a
my
thing that
history.
Coliseum is
happened?
like the gladiator, and the Forum is like the place where the Senate people were.
Oh, got it. They
Anyway.
killed Jews in the Coliseum?
Yeah,
Professor
Jews
Albrecht.
and Christians.
Oh, yeah.
Fed
I thought it was
them
more-
to the lions.
So they killed
Wow.
everybody? Were
Yeah.
they all whatever?
No, all the Roman religious
They were
people that like
Episcopalian or
followed
something?
You guys, we're real smart right now.
Episcopalian.
We are so smart. What I realized from the concert is that I didn't realize how many Maroon 5 songs that I knew. Like literally every
Interesting.
single song they played, I was like, oh right, that's a Maroon 5 song.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
right, that's a Maroon 5 song.
It's funny that I think that
Yeah.
and the Imagine Dragons are the same one.
Yeah.
Where like every once in a while a song will come on, I'm like, oh yeah, I like this. It is the Imagine Dragons. Interesting. And the same with the Maroon
Yeah,
5.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, it's because they've been around so fucking long.
I know.
I mean, that's the crazy thing is Maroon 5 has been around now. They're like old people.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, no, but think about it.
Yeah.
Like, Maroon
Yeah.
5 seems like the thing that just came out, right?
Right.
It's like, no,
No.
it's not.
I remember-
They're U2 to the millennials.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's such a
Yeah.
depressing way to put it.
But right? Like,
They're you two to the millennials.
Yeah.
But you're totally right. I remember when Harder to Breathe came out. That was like their first single. And I saw that video and I was like, I remember thinking that the drummer was super fucking cute. And I was like,
Interesting.
oh. And then when I met the guys like later on, because I clearly, I guess I just didn't keep up on my Maroon 5 trivia or something like
Yeah.
that. But the drummer, the original drummer had to leave for, I think, some sort of medical issue or something like that.
interesting.
And apparently he's still good friends with the guys. But I was like, I remember like meeting them and being like, oh my gosh, I'm going to meet that drummer. I thought it wasn't him. I was like, no.
That's really funny. You're like, the years
Oh, well.
have not been kind to
But I
you. sir.
also-
You're like, no, I'm a different person.
But it is so
that
funny
makes
because I can still remember that video and like I totally remember Adam in that video because he's such a charismatic
yeah.
human being.
Yeah.
And then being there last night, I was like, oh, it's my buddy Adam. Oh, who's a fucking rock star?
Yeah,
like you
that's
you
crazy.
kind of forget,
Yeah.
but he's like in a sold out
Yeah.
forum, just like singing to the bleachers, and I'm like, oh my God, like that's right. What was crazy was the people screaming hurt my ears more than the music. Like
Wow,
that was
funny. Yeah,
louder
yeah.
than the actual music.
Yeah, it's like the Beatles, man. It's a
Yeah.
Beatles thing where like you watch the
hear
videos from the Beatles and they couldn't hear themselves when they did
Yeah.
the baseball park.
Shea Stadium.
Yeah, Shea Stadium. They were like, we couldn't even hear ourselves because it was so loud. We were like, ladies, please calm down so we can play the music.
That's
right.
a pretty good accent.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. You're normally pretty terrible at accents, but that one's pretty good.
I'm gonna say that I'm pretty,
know.
usually pretty good. Thank you, Tom.
No, you normally
Thank you, Tom.
normally do the wrong one.
Do Australian.
G'day, Alice.
Hey! That's very good.
All right. Anyway, how are you
Tim
guys?
Tam Allison.
Tim Tine.
Tim
Oh,
Tam.
no, you fucked up at the end. I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my God.
Some of that was. Some of that.
I'm schwitzing.
So it's funny. We usually record in the morning.
That's hilarious.
Story's over. No. But now we're recording in the evening.
Yeah.
Which is nice because we
Weird.
get to drink and then slide right into a
dinner.
nice dinner.
We're going to have a little dinner together,
Yeah.
guys.
Usually it's like high fives. I'm just getting off my
Yeah.
last cup of coffee, cram a
I'm
beer,
still
and I'm
recovering
out.
a hangover. Yeah.
Yeah, no shit.
So here we are.
But so here we are. It's like
Yeah.
6 o'clock at night. And God damn, my contact's been bugging me all day.
Oh, I hate that feeling.
I know. It's the worst.
Anyway,
It's
the
like
moral of the
somebody's
story
got
is
their
that it's really
finger on
hot in
your
the
eyeball.
garage because
Because it was
Because-
baking
yeah.
all day.
So Father's Day's coming up.
it is.
Yeah.
Is it?
It is.
Wait, is it this weekend?
Nah, it's it's
Okay,
next
thank
weekend.
goodness.
It's
I
not
was
this
like,
coming
shit.
weekend. It's next weekend. It's like the 17th or whatever.
Yeah.
However,
However.
I am going to go up north camping with my dad.
Oh, you like doing that.
It's very nice.
That's
I
real
leave
sweet.
I like your dad. He's a nice guy.
Yeah,
No, you leave
he's a
tomorrow,
good dude.
hence the reason
Good
we're not
dude.
recording at our normal time.
So here's the thing that I'm doing that's interesting, and I will report back.
Oh, yeah,
I
yes.
can't wait. You're taking a hot air balloon ride.
I am flying on something called Jet Suite X,
Is this like Uber for jets?
which is a semi-private
Yeah.
flight.
I've
Here's what happened,
Yeah.
and this is where it got weird. Okay,
How'd it get weird?
so I'm at my friend's house. We're
Yeah.
having a bottle of wine, chatting about
It
stuff.
wasn't my year, Tom. You don't have other friends. I don't understand.
I was at my friend Ballison's.
Yeah.
To Ballison's house. Anyway, so I'm at my friend's house and we're talking, and I don't know how we get on talking about. I think we were talking about Vegas.
Okay.
Right. And we're like going to Vegas, and we're like, we don't really go to Vegas.
I know.
But Heather's sister has a house there.
Right.
And I went with my buddy Reza because we went to like a Heroes of the Storm thing for BlizzCon research, right?
Yeah.
And we went to a Heroes of the Storm thing that happened in Vegas, and we stayed at her house because she was like, "Oh, well, I mean,
Yeah,
she
why
doesn't
not?
live there; it's like a vacation
Oh,
home."
Jesus.
So she's like, "Stay at my
What
house."
is that like?
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing because we went there, and I was like, "Why am I not coming here like all the time?"
Yeah.
Because she's not here all the time.
Yeah.
And it's Vegas; it's not that far. So we were talking about to Vegas, and he was like, "Oh my God, we go to Vegas like once a quarter. We'll go to
Once
Vegas
a quarter.
Yeah, like every couple
Who
months."
talks like that besides a CEO?
Yeah,
quarter, we go to
Once a
Vegas.
quarter, we make sure to get ourselves out to Vegas.
Yeah.
And he goes, we have a good time. It's like, because it's close, relatively cheap. You know, I mean, the great thing about Vegas is you can get hotel rooms super fucking cheap because they
Yeah.
want you there
Right.
to spend money.
Right.
But you also don't have to spend money.
Right.
You can just go there and eat and
Well, that's spending money.
see a show. Yeah, but
It's also spending
even
money.
even the food is not that expensive. Like, everything is to get
Really?
you there to
It can
gamble.
be.
It can be, but I'm saying,
Yeah.
like, you can get a $5 buffet, all you can eat, that's got, like,
I don't think they
lobster.
have
think they have
$5
that
buffets.
Let's just let me
It's like
finish.
$45 all you can eat buffets.
Anyway.
Yeah.
So cut to, he says, "You know what you should do?
What-
we
what?
found this thing." And I was like,
Yeah.
"What?" And he said, "It's called Jet Suite X." And I go,
Yeah.
"Okay, what is it?" And he goes, "It's private jets, but you buy tickets on them.
Right.
So you actually..."
We've kind of talked about this before on the show.
Right, but this one is a little different because
okay.
it's not. So there's a couple of differences. There's Surf Air, which is where you pay $1,500 and it's unlimited flights
Right.
on their routes in their thing. So basically, you can just be like, "And now I'm going to go to San Jose," and they're like, "Great,
Yeah.
which one do you want?" 1 o'clock, great, and I don't have to pay for it. I'm paying $1,500 a month, but you have to need to spend $1,500 a month going
Right.
in the little places that they go.
Right.
There's also Black Jet.
Sure.
Something like that.
Jet.
There is the Uber for private jets.
Yeah.
Where people use their deadhead. So, like, you know, Mark Cuban goes from Texas to Miami, and they're going to fly it back from Miami to Texas.
But then there's people who
and
can
you
pay
can
beyond that.
pay to be on
Yeah.
it and all that stuff. But also, that's not super cheap. It's just cheaper than renting
Yes.
a plane.
And
right?
you're at the mercy of wherever.
Exactly,
yeah.
and they can just be like, "Nah, come meet me in Chicago." And it's like, "Oh, okay,
Right.
well, your flight is gone." Anyway, this is private planes.
Okay.
I'm flying out of Burbank.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
the actual like Burbank Airport.
Burbank Airport,
You're
but I'm
not
flying out of Signature Air.
Okay.
So the private airport side.
That's what Signature
that's-
Air is. I
Yeah,
didn't realize
Signature Air
that.
is general aviation private.
Oh.
Yeah. That's why it's always on the other side of the airport, right?
Get away
Well,
from
I mean,
all
at
the
LAX it's
slow-class
not. At
people.
LAX it's like Terminal 3 or something like that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
most people don't fly out of LAX private. Like, you fly
Well,
out
right,
of
but
the
that's why
side
that's
one.
why I'm saying I didn't realize it was a private.
Oh, yeah. So
airline.
Signature Air is basically like
I thought
the
it was like one of
general
the
aviation.
bullshit airlines.
Yeah,
Sound
no,
like
so like
Spirit.
yeah. So
Signature.
it's not out of the main terminal. It's out of this like side terminal, right? No TSA.
What?
What?
Yeah, because it's a private plane.
Oh yeah, right,
So
right.
no TSA.
I flew on a private jet once, and that was right. No TSA. You just like
you
walk
just
on.
walk
and you're
on.
like,
So
what?
here's the crazy thing. I was like, well, I wonder if they fly, because I looked into it after that conversation about like, I wonder how much. And the other thing that's crazy is it's $115 to get to Vegas. And
From
100
LA?
And $115.
wait, what? How's
back.
that even possible?
Nothing.
Right.
For,
I know.
Wait, so how does this work?
Because it's basically the thing is, when you hear about it, it's like private planes. What?
Yeah.
Really, it's a regional air carrier.
Oh.
Okay.
But they're not. But they only fly out of general aviation airports.
Okay.
So they fly the same way as private. So again, this is what the report back is going to be.
Yeah.
Because I went, I wonder if they fly up north, and I had looked to see if they flew to San Jose for when I go up to Caffeine, and they do fly up in San Jose. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. But I am meeting my dad. So my dad's flying from San Diego to Oakland.
Okay.
And I'm flying from Burbank to Oakland.
Okay.
And then we're meeting in Oakland and driving into the woods. And this is like what we do. And then we're driving out of the woods, and then he flies to San Diego. I fly
Great. Cool.
So I just, on a whim, I was like, well, look, and I always
Let's see
fly
what-
Southwest because
Yeah,
it's like, whatever,
Burbank to
cheapest,
Oakland. Yeah,
whatever.
totally.
But I always sort of order them late, so it's never the like $99 fly anywhere.
Right.
It's always
It's like $139.
right.
Yeah.
It's like, it's the thing. And it ends up, my flight always ends up being $595 or $495. $495
Round
is
trip.
what it costs round trip.
$495
yeah.
on Southwest?
Yeah.
Fuck that shit. No.
I know, but that's what I usually pay because I always
Fly Alaska. That would be cheaper.
You know what else is cheaper?
What?
Semi-private Jet Suite X.
How much was it?
$380.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So no having to go through TSA.
Nope.
Get right on the plane.
But do you get the times you want? Like,
I was shocked because they fly from LA to Vegas, LA to Tahoe, LA to Oakland, and then LA to Carpinteria, which is near Santa Barbara.
That's not a place. What?
Yeah, it's where carpenters come from. Anyway,
Jesus' hometown.
Yes, Jesus' hometown, Carpinteria.
He was totally from California.
But I think the Oakland, LA is their biggest corridor because a lot of the tech people coming down to and from LA.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So literally I am landing 5 minutes after my dad lands.
Oh.
And I take off 10 minutes before my dad leaves.
Oh, wow.
And so I was like,
amazing.
I'm doing this, right? Like, why would I not do this?
Especially if it was cheaper.
$100 and some odd dollars cheaper.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Is it an app or is it just a website?
No, it's a website.
Okay.
I'm sure they have an app.
So, anyone can go to it. What is it called again?
Jet Suite X.
I'm going to have to look into this.
I know.
Sweet,
and Jet Suite. And this is where it goes.
Sweet.
Jet
Suite, like SUITE,
yeah,
right?
SUITE.
Yeah.
But Jet Suite is a timeshare for jets. Mm-hmm. And I think Jet Suite X was their way of being like, it's like Uber and then Uber X.
Right.
Where it's like not quite timeshare.
Oh,
so
I'm
here's
so
the thing.
excited to hear what this is
so
like.
there's it looks to be about 30 seats on the plane.
Yeah. That's not very private, actually.
Well, it's not, but it's, that's why they say semi-private.
Yeah.
But again, I pull up to Signature Air, valet the car, walk in. They
you
go.
can valet the. At Burbank Airport, you can valet.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well,
I'm like, there ain't no valet at LAX.
Well, and at Signature Air, because again, it's mostly private jets, right? So they have a whole. And then you go in and they're like, hey, I'm here. I don't know how it is, but they have like the whole lounge is like free coffee and drinks, and it's like.
I think when I took a private jet, they did put my bag through like an X-ray machine, but it's not like.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
we did. We've done a couple, and it's.
Oh,
not,
really? Then maybe they didn't, but. I have some vague memory of them taking my bag, but maybe they were just taking it to put it on the plane.
Yeah, the only couple times we did private was when we did these King Airs. They're only 6-seaters,
right?
And it was like super small.
I was on one of those like business.
Oh, like a Learjet.
Yeah, like they have like some of the cabin is bench seating and some of it's like reclining.
When did this happen?
I think it was.
I'm always so jealous of like when you see the pictures of like the cast from Guardians is flying
exactly
from London to Comic-Con and they're in a private jet and I'm like, that looks so fun.
I think it was in like 2015 maybe.
Oh, okay.
This
that
guy,
was recently.
Yeah. So I was dating this guy at the time, and he got invited to some jazz festival, like super last minute, by the guy who was throwing the jazz festival.
Yeah.
And he hit my buddy up, and he was like, "Hey, I'm inviting you and his friend who he also knew." He's like, "But we're a private jet at 1 p.m. today. You can bring some people." So he hit me up. He literally called me at like 11 a.m. and he was like.
Do you want to be on a plane to a jazz fest?
And I was like, let me make one phone call because I had plans with a friend.
Yeah.
I was like, let me make one phone call, but I think I can make this happen. And I did. I like just flew home. I was coming out of the gym too, so I remember flying home, jumping in the shower, throwing some shit in a bag, and driving up to the Van Nuys Airport.
Yeah.
And the coolest part about it was like when you walked out to the plane, there are other people's private jets there, and the Maras, the people who own the New York Giants.
Oh yeah,
their plane was there, and because it totally has the New York Giants symbol on the tail of the plane. I was like, yes, that's awesome. But what sucks is that it was just a flight to San Francisco, so we were literally in it for like 40 minutes, and then it was done. And I had to be back by a certain time the next day, so we actually
flew commercial back.
We flew commercial back at 9 a.m. on like United or something shitty like that.
You're like, where was the private plane on the way back?
It was great for the one flight that I took. It was real awesome.
It is really interesting because I will say, if you ever want to see celebrities, fly in and out of like Santa Monica. Mm-hmm. So we did the private plane, the King Air, from John Wayne. They picked up Heather's mom and dad, basically because my wife's stepfather, super crazy rich oil guy.
Yeah.
But didn't really spend his money. He was a cattle rancher, so he didn't really he had like a shitty Ford F-150. Yeah. And when I first met him, I was like, you can buy a better truck.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, and so he bought a nice Ford F-150.
What else can I buy?
Yeah, exactly. So he was sort of like frugal, and then he got old, and it was like he can't go. Like we would go to like Europe, and he would fly himself to Europe.
On private jets?
No, on regular jets. But then he just got so old that he was like, I can't This I can't do this.
Right.
And they used to drive from Orange County all the way up to the Castle Crags, the Shasta, Mount Shasta in California.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a 11-hour drive.
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
And so after a while, he was like, I'm old.
Yeah.
Suck a dick.
Fly me.
But then we found that to get a small plane to take them up, it was like $7,000. And so
you say that like that's nothing.
Well, but for a guy like him,
for him it
was like, why are we letting this guy who like has to stop every half an hour? Like he's too frail to drive. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
He's got the money. Rent the thing. And so what they did was they flew from Orange County, and again, it was a small King Air, but still fun.
Yeah.
But flew to Orange County, landed in Santa Monica. We met them in Santa Monica.
Yeah.
Because we started getting them like little Piper airplanes.
Oh.
Because I was getting my pilot's license at the time.
Right,
so I was like, guys, I know the math. You can rent a plane with a flying person and fly them to Fresno, and it will literally cost like $1,000.
Do you mean a pilot?
Yeah, a flying person.
Yeah.
And it was really crazy because they started with like these little, really small planes, and then when we went up to Shasta, they were like, "Well, we want you guys to come," and so it was like, "Okay, well, would you go from a
tiny
3-seater to a 6-seater?"
Yeah,
but it parked at the Santa Monica Airport Signature, and when we got there, they were just like,
Alex,
"Oh, park your car on the tarmac."
Yeah,
and we were like, "Okay, we're gonna be back in 4 days."
You get to experience,
but I almost ran over Ben Affleck.
And why didn't you?
Yeah, that's where this is all leading.
Why did you save that for right now?
Yeah, we were pulling out, and we were
a story you could have told us on episode 1 of this podcast. You almost ran over Ben Affleck.
Yeah, because we were coming out of the gate of the airport.
Yeah,
and it was the private airport part.
Yeah,
and it's been a long day, and we just flown. I was like, and so I'm like,
I need to hit a pedestrian.
And so I'm like looking in my thing, and Heather was like, "Oh, watch out!"
Looking in your thing,
like in my console for something, because it was like, we're leaving. I'm like getting my phone out, we're just doing the shit, and I didn't expect anybody
to randomly be walking along the tarmac.
Across the gate to get out of the thing. And Heather goes, "Oh, watch out!" And I go, "Oh, what?" And I stopped and looked up, and this guy who looked like a regular old businessman with a big, nice businessman jacket, sort of gave me a little like, thanks for not hitting me. And I was like, "Oh, sorry." And then I went back to the console and then immediately snapped back up. And I was like, "That's fucking Ben Affleck." And then I tapped Heather.
Batman over there.
And then I tapped Heather because and this was, I think, prior to Batman.
Yeah.
But it was like, I was like, "What? Very attractive."
Oh.
Yeah?
I mean, of course
Oh, yeah. Tall.
Yeah.
Good looking?
Ben Affleck is taller than you feel like, which is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, he reads short. I
feel like most actors, when you meet them, you're like, "Oh, you're a lot shorter than I was expecting." And for whatever reason, Ben Affleck is a lot taller than people are expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, but anyway, so that's what you get bonus of you. So I'm going to report back.
Okay.
Because
this better be interesting.
I can't wait.
Because the amount of money I spent makes me kind of feel like maybe it's not going to be as cool.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're selling the cool.
They're selling the
You know what I mean? Like, they're like, it's cool.
It's
hey,
cool.
man, come on.
Because, like, if I get on there and it's just like a
cool.
regular, like, commuter jet, and I'd be like...
You're like, I don't get frequent flyers for this. What's the fucking point?
I think you might.
You get frequent
I
flyer
think they're
miles?
connected with JetBlue. Yeah.
That would be big.
Yeah, I have a feeling JetBlue, once they did the X, they were like, why don't you come into our umbrella?
Yeah.
The umbrella is warm.
Why don't you deliver us fucking pizza from New York? I can't believe we missed that.
Pizzas.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, how do we...
No.
Anyways.
All right.
Fucking
let's
JetBlue.
read some emails,
Yeah.
shall we?
Let's read an email. Here we go.
We've talked too long about fancy stuff. Like,
Yeah,
literally
Alex's fancy
99% of our listeners can't relate to anything Alex talks about.
What? You're the one that just talked about going up to the Jazz Fest
once, because I dated a dude for a couple weeks. Like, that's something fancy.
Dating a dude.
No,
I got married to a girl.
This is your life.
Was that Spider Venom Penis Man?
Oh, Jesus Christ, no, but I love that that's how you think of him.
Oh, my God.
I was like,
by the
what?
way,
details
there
he
is
gave us.
literally only one Spider-Man penis.
It wasn't Spider Venom.
Yeah, it was.
No, it was?
It was a rattlesnake because it made him...
I don't know. He just wanted
It
to
was
put
some sort of
something-
venom.
It was
Yeah,
Venom?
You said it was...
Yeah,
I did?
Yes.
I thought it was just like a serum. Like they wanted to put it, I don't know,
a serum
whatever.
made
I
of
don't
venom.
remember.
All right, here we go.
clearly tried to block that dude from my memory.
All right, you ready for this?
I don't know.
Ready.
This is John.
Hi, John.
Hello, 4-H crew.
Hi, John.
Hi, Allison.
Yay!
Thanks for making part of my 3-hour commute bearable.
Oh my gosh.
Jesus Christ.
Here's a story
jet.
with so many questions.
Okay, great. So many questions.
So many
makes me
questions.
have
We got
so
the
many
answers
questions.
to
Oh, I thought
every
he-
thing, too.
Oh, got it.
Cockroach milk.
Oh, I've heard about this. You can milk cockroaches.
Insect dairy alternatives could be the next superfood trend.
No, not for us to consume.
It may not be everyone's cup of milk.
Oh, Jesus
but
Christ.
For years now, some researchers believe insect milk, like cockroach milk, may be the next dairy
It
alternative.
sounds like a lot of effort to get a lot of milk out of one.
Well, first off, I don't think that they're actually like milking a. It's
Yeah.
not like the almonds have like little teats that they
Where
have
they're
to
just
milk.
crushing?
They just crush and squeeze.
But
and
also,
it's like, and it tastes like milk.
But then vegans can't have it.
Oh, you.
Do vegans care about insects?
Yeah. They
I don't
won't
know.
eat
I know-
living things.
But they
Yeah.
eat plants.
Well, yeah.
This
but
is why
plants-
I'm like, I'm not
I
sure
think
where
it's
their
like,
consciousness
yeah,
comes in.
Yeah. Because plants, I guess,
Plants
are
like
living.
music.
Yeah,
Are you saying they literally make the milk out of the bug, or they milk it? I'm confused.
A report in
Well, no, like, you crush
2016
almonds to
found
get almond
that
milk.
Pacific
Yeah.
blue cockroaches create nutrient-filled milk crystals that could also be beneficial to
milk
humans.
crystals, like rock candy, but
Jesus
with milk.
Christ.
I don't think anyone's going to be like, you're going to like it if you tell them what it is.
You know that-
we extracted crystals from cockroaches that's going to be your food.
No.
Do they clone these?
No, but
crystals.
No, but
Or, like,
there is a
synthesize it.
shop
Oh, jeez.
of
that
course- of
makes
course there's a
ice
shop.
cream
Oh no.
out of insect milk.
Oh.
Eating
What is that
insect.
shop?
First off, let's all back to the thing.
Okay. Back
We
to
have
life.
always eaten insects.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
just don't
when we were
know
5.
Well, no,
We
no,
were eating
not-
worms.
I don't mean us personally.
Oh.
I mean
Oh.
humans as a
Humans
species.
have, yes.
We have always eaten insects.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, there was actually really good. I think I might have told you guys about.
I ate a
this, but there was
scorpion once.
Oh yeah, I've had scorpion.
Yeah.
Yeah, at Typhoon actually, at Santa Monica Airport.
No, mine was in the bottom of a mezcal bottle.
Oh, that's
Allison's story's
hardcore.
better. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're like, and then I eat this.
Yeah.
No, don't eat that. Oh,
What
yeah,
is
okay.
it?
Yeah.
Kind. That was the receipt for the bottle of
that-
alcohol.
it was-
all right.
It was literally
Tastes like scorpion.
It was literally part of my job for G4. I ate a fucking scorpion. Yeah.
Now that doesn't surprise me. That
Yeah.
G4 was like, Allison, eat this weird
I know.
shit, and you're like, ugh.
Allison, get
Anything
on the
for
back of
paycheck.
this super bike going 160 miles an hour.
Jeez.
Allison, let this dude on a BMX bike jump over you
okay.
while you just lay there on the floor.
I just like the ramp up of Allison. Let this dude on a BMX bike jump over you on the.
Yeah, I don't know how I didn't die at G4.
That is crazy.
know.
Why Tom? We should
Yeah.
come up with fun stunts for Allison.
To make
Jesus,
Allison's.
no.
Allison.
Allison has upgraded, okay?
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you fly private.
So you don't
Yeah,
use
no, no. Okay,
Anyway,
so
we've always eaten bugs as an alternative, as a food source, right? And a lot of bugs are really high in protein. It's a good food source. The problem is that we have, as a society, at least our society, right?
Yeah.
So like Mexican, they eat like all sorts of crazy bugs.
Yeah.
Other
tarantulas,
places,
probably.
tarantulas.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah,
I
yeah.
think they are, Ian.
Yeah, so there's an African that do like snapping beetles. That's not a thing. Anyway, but the whole point
like-
is we as our society has sort of deemed that food not worthy for us.
Disgusting.
And the problem is we're going to run out of fucking food.
Yeah.
So maybe the bugs ain't so bad.
I thought we were making
Well-
3D printed meat these days.
Not
Fake
yet.
meat.
Not
3D
yet.
we will.
printed meat.
Yes,
we
that's
hope
what
we
they're
will.
doing, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's because we see bugs as dirty because you're
They're always on the floor.
well that's the
Yeah.
thing
Floor is
like
gross.
if you have bugs in your home is considered dirty
Right.
even though it's because
Bugs
we just
eat
have a,
bad
like,
food, so
we have
they
enough,
must be bad food.
no, but you're right. No, we have enough modern technology to keep bugs out. But before we had modern technology, we just all lived with bugs, so they weren't necessarily seemed as dirty.
Got
is
it.
my point.
So you'd be like, grab that fucking cockroach. We're having stew.
Yeah, cockroach stew.
Cockroach stew.
You know, I'm about to speak about something that I am not fully educated on. But
Wait, here?
What?
Now on this show?
I'm a scientist.
Ah.
But I have heard that the milk industry is actually
Reading our quarterly milk magazine.
I just
Yeah.
Former.
Milkmaid Monthly.
yeah. Ooh, that should be a magazine.
And by the way, Milk MADE Monthly.
It would
Yeah.
it would have nothing to do with actual milk. It would just be like
Yeah.
it would be like a Playboy.
yeah, it's,
Yeah.
Just, it's just breasts.
I'm okay with
Milkmaid
that.
Monthly.
Yeah.
Yes.
I would totally read that.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, they're
You said that thing about. Anyway,
I know. They're trying to have things like almond milk and soy milk
Yeah.
no longer be able to put up the
Word milk.
the word milk.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's not milk, it's a milk replacement.
Yeah.
But you can't say it is milk.
That's
So-
like why they don't call McDonald's shakes milkshakes.
Oh, just
because there's
shake.
actually no milk
No
in
milk
them.
in it. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Or like it didn't TCBY. You know, it used to be the country's best yogurt, but they had to change it to TCBY because it's not actually yogurt. It's like powdered shit that's like mixed up with stuff.
They powder shit and put it in stuff
They
to make
powder shit.
Didn't you
classic
see-
TCBY.
Yeah, like what was that movie? The Founder about
Oh, yeah.
McDonald's.
Oh, I
yeah.
didn't
About making
see
like
it.
That was a great
No.
movie. That's a
You should
great
see
movie.
I heard
It's
it was
about
good.
the shakes
Yeah.
and how
Yeah,
they-
yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
specifically actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny. Yeah, because he started
Shakes
selling the
and
shake
powders or something like that.
machines.
I know. Should we get into
yeah.
another
We should probably.
email?
Or wait, that
or
was-
story?
Is there more there?
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
What?
guys. That was an email
Yeah.
and a story.
Okay. Do we have another one of those?
We can
Or-
do that, or actually, I was just going to do a story.
Let's just do a story.
Story.
go.
Story.
Story.
Because this is sort of one of those things where you're just like, I knew this was coming.
Oh shit.
Oh dear.
Apple Watch,
Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
$17,000 smartwatch is obsolete after last update.
No way.
What? Why?
So, the WWDC just happened, the Worldwide Developers Conference for Mac,
Yeah.
for Apple. And one of the things they announced, well, they announced a couple things that were actually fun. They announced the new operating system for the iPhones, iOS 12.
Okay.
And then they announced the new Apple Watch iOS update.
Mm-hmm.
iOS update, Apple OS, or
Are you having a stroke?
Watch OS 5.
Watch OS 5. Okay.
And then they said, but the first generation of the Apple Watch won't work on this, so you won't be able to
Oh my
download this
gosh.
operating system.
It's like
and
when they had the
hence
first
you will
generation of the
not-
iPad, and all of a
Exactly.
sudden they couldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, and look, we all knew it was coming.
Yeah.
However,
However.
when they launched the Apple Watch, they launched the $10,000
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
gold version.
I remember that. Yeah.
And up to $7,000 wristbands.
Yes.
For it. Hence
Yeah.
$17,000.
Yeah.
And one of the things that they said at the time was, we look at this like you would a Rolex.
Right, which would
This is-
last forever.
This is a watch that you will have for generations.
Yeah.
Just won't work.
Cut to now. No, you won't. Because I will tell you
Wow,
right now,
are
what
people
ends up
losing
happening.
their minds? They better have some sort of rebate program.
Well, the problem is that like they were like, and all of these notable people, like Beyonce had it. And I was like, she probably has not put that watch on
right.
since a week after buying that fucking
Yeah,
thing.
yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I
yeah.
mean?
No, Beyonce didn't even fucking buy it. Are you kidding me? They sent it
they
to
sent it
Beyonce.
to Beyonce to be like, I wear right.
By the way, they sent it to Beyonce and not to Jay-Z.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they were like, you get one, Bay.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Bay, you get one.
That's it.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna call this the Bay of Thieves. That's not a thing.
So
Anyway,
So
so
stupid.
but some other fun stuff came out of some interesting stuff came out of the WWDC.
Okay.
So like now you can have more than one person in a FaceTime call.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah. Well, guess how many you can?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Don't tell me
790.
6.
32.
No!
Yeah. And it might even be 52, but I figured I'd round down.
Why would you
So we
ever
wouldn't-
want 32? No,
32 faces on a
32 makes
FaceTime.
sense because
Wow.
it's like a LAN. You know, like that's...
Yeah.
You
But
normally
still.
16v16 or something, you know? No.
That's
I mean,
amazing.
maybe it's
Yeah.
just, but I was like, but why FaceTime?
If you fit
like,
all
Yeah.
those 32 faces
Exactly.
on a screen,
Yeah.
you're not gonna
And
see anybody's
supposedly,
face.
I think what it is like from the thumbnails I saw, it looked like maybe there would
Like who's ever speaking,
and
they
they would
pop
sort of float
up.
around.
That drives me insane.
Oh, I know the Google Hangout stuff. Where you're just like,
Oh.
pick a screen, man.
Yeah.
Pick a screen. So the other thing is, I mean, this is so funny because I was like, you don't have an iPhone, and
No.
your iPhone is
really old, but I got one.
Very nice.
Thank you.
I mean, but I do have a MacBook Pro and an iPad.
Sure.
I'm not like...
no.
yeah.
I get you're not anti-Mac. I'm
No.
just these
Right.
iOS things aren't going to be super
No.
sexy for either of
By
you
the
guys,
way,
really.
my iPad, I think, is an iPad 2?
Ooh.
Or no, it's remember they did the iPad, then they did the iPad 2, but then
Yep.
they just re-released the iPad,
Yep. Yeah.
and it was like it's technically the third of the generation, but
Yep.
yeah, I think I have that one.
Got it.
But it's at the point where like some of the things that I have downloaded on it, they can't update because I can't get the highest level
And
iOS.
what you've just said is
Yeah.
the problem with the watch, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
most people are like, well, but it'll still work because of the thing. It's like, yeah, but when you upgrade, when the app developers are making better
Yeah.
apps for the watch,
That's
they are going to only work with The ones that are supported.
I mean, right now it's just like games that I don't really play anymore.
Yeah, of course.
So it's I don't delete them because I already paid for them, but I just keep them on there. But it's not like I'm really going back to play them.
I know. To be honest, it's really funny because the most work that I've been doing on this MacBook Air is recording and editing
our
the podcast. Honestly,
or recording
over it. Yeah.
Over our podcast.
But this thing is getting super slow.
Oh no!
And I'm like. Do I buy a new laptop just so I can record the podcast?
Yes.
Because it does work.
Right.
It works.
I'm trying to think if I have an old laptop that we can use, but
this is an old laptop.
Yeah.
It's just not, and it's not that old.
I was like, my old laptop is older than that old
exactly.
laptop.
But it's one of those things where I'm like, oh my God, do I get? And I'm always this way with, as I said this back when it first came out on Dignation, way back in the day when the iPad first was announced. I got an iPad because I was like, I have to get an iPad because people are going to be like, what do you think of the iPad?
Right.
And as I said it then. And by the way, the iPhone wasn't as good as it is now.
Right, and it was smaller.
Right, much smaller.
Yeah, there was like a very significant difference between a phone and a tablet at that time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said this thing, which I will say to this day, and now the phone has surpassed the iPad with this.
Yeah.
It is the world's best pooping device.
Yeah, totally.
It is the device that you want in your hand when you're pooping.
Well, I remember when the iPad...
And now my iPhone is that.
Right.
Because I don't know if I can barely pee or poop without opening my fucking phone.
Wow.
Really? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Every time. Even if I'm in a urinal.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck? I'm just sitting there.
It's going to take you 20 seconds.
Well, you guys don't sit down. For me, it's different. I sit down.
Yeah.
I do when I'm drunk.
I do.
Oh, you sit down when you're drunk. It's
kidding.
amazing.
But like, I'll totally bring my phone. Like, if I have my phone in my hand, I will bring it with me to the bathroom and just sit down. And it's like my quick Twitter check or something. And I'm like, all right. And then,
I have like a loop. By the way, I don't think any of this is valuable to my life.
No.
But I have like a loop. I like check the price of Bitcoin on Coinbase. And then I check Instagram to see if there's anything new. And then I'll hit the Mail Online to see if anything crazy explodes in the world.
Yeah.
And then I'll hit Twitter or Facebook. It depends. And then usually I'm done.
While peeing?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, because the Coinbase one is you just open Coinbase, refresh, and then you're out.
Yeah.
And the Instagram one, usually, because I'm on Instagram enough, is just no new. It's the dog from before.
Yeah.
Out.
Right.
And then I'm into the news thing. And if there's no new news,
right.
I'm like, Trump said something, or China did something, or something happened.
Yeah.
Great. And then I'm done. That was me peeing. You guys just saw me peeing.
So much information within that 20 seconds of peeing.
But I really do feel like, because this is one of the things I like about the camping thing, is that there's no cell service.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So I'm gone.
Alex, I'm not going to be able to contact you for like 48 hours.
It's going to be way more than 48 hours, Thursday to Sunday.
What if my car breaks down?
Tom's right there.
I don't have a car that'll come get you.
Right there. But I have AAA now, which is really,
there you go.
really what matters.
Adonis is right there.
If your car breaks down, you can call me. It's fine. I'll come get you. I got nothing else to do.
That's sweet, Tom.
Yeah.
That's
I
so
appreciate
sweet.
you, Tom.
Just charge $20 an hour.
Well, yeah, just charge $20 an hour.
Yeah.
And I do take Square, so you can just feel free to just credit.
Just want to make it easy for you.
You guys, I am
all right, let's do it.
so much.
Let's do it.
It's so hot. I love
Wicked
I love all you
Wicked
listeners,
hat.
but I'm about to die, and we have some dinner we need to go eat.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I hope all you lovely listeners join us on June 20th for our 200th episode at the Scum and Villainy Cantina. Woo. Dress up, because apparently we are.
Yeah.
I
already know what I'm doing. It's
apparently we've promised someone that someone's going to win a dress-up costume, but what are they going to win?
We got to figure it out.
We'll figure that shit out.
Give him something, yeah.
Please come join us. And I think
as Alex looks around the garage, you're a flame log.
A bag of charcoal
stuff. Yay! And I feel like I said this on the promo at the beginning of the show, but there's a trivia.
Oh yeah, right
thing.
afterwards.
There's
Come
like,
stay.
Yeah, there's like. I think we're gonna stay for that.
I don't know where we're
Why
going.
would we not stay for that?
I'm gonna be drinking.
We're gonna be our own team. And we're gonna be terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
Awesome.
Space.
Space. Anyway, if you would like to email us at halfhourhappyhourfans@gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter at halfhourhappyhr. Subscribe to us on whatever you listen to us on: iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, Spotify. We are on it all.
Yeah.
Try using the word "the" half hour happy hour, or
Try
just
not.
Try not. I don't know. It's different on everyone. We'll
By the way, I
want
to get us on TuneIn. I got to find
Is
out
that
how
a
to
thing?
do that. It's the Tesla's car. I searched for us because there's podcasts I listen to.
Yes, get us on that fancy
I'm gonna
shit.
do it, and then I'll be like, Tesla's. Do it.
Yeah, Alex, you need to do it so more than 1% of our podcast understands what the fuck you're talking about.
Done.
Please.
Yeah, they'll be like, I take private jets all the time.
It's not
load
what's happening.
I load my
bragging.
Tesla
cheaper.
onto my private jet all the time.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you. What you just said sounds awesome. I was like, I do want that to happen in my life.
Yeah, there you go.
How great would that be to take your Tesla with you?
Drive right
Yeah,
up under the.
Jesus Christ.
And there's no explosion that could happen.
And it charges
right.
on the plane.
Yeah,
Let's not get
Plugs
too
in
sci-fi. Here we go.
On the plane.
It would.
Right?
This plane's gonna have solar panels on all over.
Yeah. It's covered in solar panels. And there's a Tesla
But only on the
wall
bottom.
strapped to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Right, Tesla.
On the bottom because it flies over the sun.
Sure, I
Yeah.
don't know
All
anything
right,
about
guys, we're
science.
ending
Yeah,
this
he knows
episode.
about aeronautics.
We are ending this
Flies
episode.
over the sun.
That's
How do you think you
because-
get to China?
It's because
You just take a hop skip over the sun
No, it's
and you're
beca-
there.
it's because the plane
Closer
flies.
to the moon, right?
It's clearly because the plane flies upside down.
Yeah.
Because it's more aerodynamic.
You know the sun.
of course.
The sun's so much closer to us than the moon.
It is.
All right.
The
Let's wrap
sun
it
is
up.
just
Way that
hot
could work.
moon, right? Anyway.
Hot moon.
It's hot moon.
That's why it's bigger. It's expanded from the heat.
Oh,
What a bees sounds for. Hot moon.
Hot moon.
wow.
Okay, that's it for this week's episode of the Half Hour Happy Hour with Allison and Alex. I'm Alison Haislip,
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Sitting in with us as always, the lovely and talented Tom Supervolcano.
who will save me
Krajewski.
whenever my car breaks down.
Yeah.
You got it,
For
baby.
a small
Yeah.
fee.
$20 an hour.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Now leaving Nerdist.com.